Good morning, boys and girls. We are on to chapter 12 in Swindle. Last we left their latest plan to try to break into that store and get the card didn't quite work. They got into the store, but the safe in which it was in was gone. So they are back to the drawing board. All right, here we go. Chapter 12 Misery. There are no other words for it. Watching Mrs. Brompton march an endless parade of house hunters through the Bing home was more than Ben could bear. He regarded each potential buyer with suspicion and outright hostility. Could these nice people be the enemy? The ones who would force Griffin's family to move? Would split up the greatest pair of friends Cedarville had ever seen? As awful as it was for Ben, it had to be even worse for Griffin. It was his life that was being turned upside down, and not just by real estate agents. His entire personality had changed. The fire was gone, along with the razor sharp sense of purpose that had always guided him. How many times had Ben prayed for a break from Griffin's near ending schemes? Now he would have given his right arm to hear his friend burst out with, "All right, here's the plan." To do something, anything, whatever it was. It had to be better than treading water, waiting for the inevitable, an offer on the house, a deal, packing, moving, the end of Griffin and Ben. At least it wasn't boring. The Bings were looking for reasons to be out of their home while it was being shown. So they were dragging Griffin and Ben with them to every mall, park, carnival, street fair, and free concert. On the surface, he was having fun, yet deep down, it was like trying to enjoy great food while suffering from a gut blaster stomachache. It was hard to be entertained today when tomorrow seemed very little like entertainment. And anyway, all he could think about was yesterday. The unsuccessful heist haunted the boys. The cleanup operation replayed itself in an endless loop in Ben's head, ditching the empty TV crate, locking and realarming the store, even wiping the fingerprints from the keypad and doorknobs had been half-hearted effort. Who would call the police to investigate the disappearance of absolutely nothing? The most, Tom Dufferin might wonder about the delivery that had mysteriously disappeared. More likely, he would assume that his boss had dealt with it. In a way, the operation had been perfect crime, in and out without a trace. How could such a glorious success have been such a dismal failure? They hashed and rehashed the details until their throats went dry. Only the roles were reversed. Ben was the one probing. What now? What's next? You can't heist something if you don't know where it is, Griffin said sadly. And it made total sense. In every way but one, Griffin Bing did not admit defeat. It was simply not in his DNA. How had he suddenly became the man without the plan? They were riding home from yet another concert in the Bing's van when the barking sounded, not the playful yelp of a house pet, but a full-throated braying. Goes to show you how I've got Swindle on the brain, Griffin mumbled unhappily. For a minute there, I could have sworn I heard Luther. Luther. Ben peered out the rear window. A large black dog was chasing them. I don't think that's even a Doberman. As they left their pursuer, yowling stubbornly in the road, a thoughtful expression appeared on Ben's face. Wait a minute. It wasn't Luther, but it could have been. Griffin regarded him oddly. It could have been my grandfather, too. It wasn't. What are you talking about? Don't you get it? The real Luther has to be somewhere. He wasn't at the store on heist night. Where was he? Griffin gave a listless shrug. At home, I guess. Swindle probably gave him a few days off threatening people at Palomino's Emporium. It's no big deal. The card isn't even there anyway. Think, Ben ordered. What if Luther's absence and the card's absence are connected? Don't talk in riddles, man. Luther's a guard dog, Ben reasoned. When the Bambino was at the store, so was Luther. But if Swindle brought Luther home, light dawned on Griffin now. The card is at Swindle's house. When they reached the Bings, Griffin and Ben made a beeline for the phone book. Please let the guy live in town. Griffin threw the dictionary open to the P's, more specifically, Palomino, SW. There was the address, 531 Park Avenue Extension. That's not too far from the store, Ben explained breathlessly. We did it, Griffin. We figured out where the card is. Griffin nodded, his cheeks flushed with purpose. Now all we need is, Ben finished his sentence, is a plan. Not just any plan. This time we need the ultimate plan. And tomorrow we will find out what that ultimate plan is in chapter 13. All right, boys and girls, have a wonderful day. And until next time.